believe in the complete, total and immediate legalization of all drugs. And let me be clear, by this I mean, should a store owner, variety store owner, desire to sell heroin, he should be legally allowed to. There should be no prohibition against this. So, obviously, this is a position that needs to be defended. I don't think it is prima facie true. So let me begin with a few arguments for legalization. The cost of prohibition to society, to the taxpayer, to individuals, is extremely high. It's extremely high in enforcement costs. It's extremely high in social costs. If we were to legalize drugs, I think about a quarter of the Canadian prison population would no longer be there. We would save countless billions by eliminating the narcotics departments of police departments, police stations. So you have the cost of enforcement, which is significant. You also have resources, which are now freed up because you no longer have to enforce these laws. So individuals who are now employed by the state to spy on us, to keep surveillance on us, to break into our homes, to steal our money, our property, these people would now, instead of being parasites, deadweights on the economy, they would presumably go out and get jobs that actually create wealth. So you have the costs of enforcement and the opportunity costs of enforcement. You also have the severe moral problem in that there is no argument that I can see to justify controlling another person's consumption. So, under what moral justification do you tell another person what they can do or not do with their body? This is a statement that ultimately it is your decision what somebody else does with their body. And in certain cases, you do have a right to input. If somebody is wielding an axe and swinging it wildly, you do have the right to say you cannot do that, because there is the danger they will harm somebody else. But now, you have the cost of enforcement, you have the moral question. You also have the threat to our civil liberties, to personal freedom. I mentioned earlier that narcotics departments are tasked with surveilling us, with bugging our phones, with breaking into our homes. And in Western society, there is the concept that our home is our castle, that you are king there, that you are untouchable, that this is your last refuge. In the case of a world you've gotten weary of, you have your home. But we don't even have our home anymore because the government spies on us there, and they listen to our phone calls, and they break in and they steal our stuff. So I think that legalizing all drugs would go a long way towards restoring civil liberties. I think that all drugs should be legalized, and I speak of illegal drugs but also controlled medicines such as penicillin. So what sense does it make to put restrictions on penicillin? Why can I not, if I have a foot infection, simply go to the pharmacy, pay them their money without needing to burden our healthcare system with a visit to the doctor? Why? So these conclude a few arguments for legalization. There's a lot more to be said on this subject, and I'd especially welcome anyone with the opposing view that views that drugs should be illegal, or more specifically that views that I, as somebody who on occasion does enjoy recreational drugs, should be thrown in prison, should be locked away, subjected to the violence of the degenerates who are kept apart from society for the protection of innocent people. Why should I be among murderers and rapists simply because you choose to consume alcohol or cherry soda and I choose to smoke a joint, to do a line of cocaine at a party? So I do welcome your feedback, your comments. Send me a message, talk to me, and if you agree, don't hesitate to say that too.